Hey guys, welcome to Under the Canopy chat number 3. I'm Lauren and this is Caitlin. And it's the 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
It's pretty much like one of our favorite holidays.
Yeah.
And we are just so thankful for the freedoms that we have here in America, but even more thankful for the freedom that we have in Christ.
Yes.
So we're just going to dive right in. We're going to pretty much pick up where we left off in James 1 verses 5 through 8. And I'm going to read it in the NLT version. So, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God, and he will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking, but when you ask him, be sure that your faith is in God alone. Do not waver, for a person with divided loyalty is as unsettled as a wave of the sea that is blown and tossed by the wind. Such people should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. Their loyalty is divided between God and the world, and they are unstable in everything they do.
So, I love that passage because I love how straightforward and direct that is. You know, verse 5, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God.
Yes.
Generous, he's going to give you. You know, he loves to give
Yeah.
gifts to his people and give advice. So
Yeah.
right away, if you need wisdom on something, if you need counsel, advice, go to God. You know, before you hit up a friend on the phone or ask a parent, even a pastor. You know, a pastor will tell you, you know, have you taken this to God? You know, they want you to go, God first, Jesus, help me with this.
Yep.
And also there's kind of a catch to it though when you ask God for wisdom. It's not like he's trying to play a trick on you by not responding.
Right.
But if you're praying something and you're not hearing God clearly, or you're not sure he's even, you know, speaking back, you have to check yourself and check your motive. Am I asking from a pure and undivided heart that just wants what he wants from me? So yeah, that's something that you just have to check yourself when you pray, when you're asking God for advice. You know, what's my root? What's my motive behind this? Is it pure? Is it just wanting to serve him well and to love him well, like the best I can? So yeah, I would just say know your motive and your heart behind it.
Yeah. And something that we were kind of asking ourselves is like, are we asking for wisdom, but then keeping all of our other options open? So our commitment needs to be like a 100% complete commitment to the Lord. Because we can't just like ask for wisdom and then go and do our own thing, or be like, God, what do I do in this? And then completely don't follow it. I think that we just like be like, okay, God, whatever you say, I know it's going to be good because you're a good father and it's going to be exactly what we need in that moment. So we need to just make up our minds now that, okay, God, when we ask for wisdom, we know that you're going to give it and we need to believe, obey, and follow it. Because if we don't, then we're going to be unstable in everything that we do.
You're right. Yeah, you're going to be unstable. So I read somewhere that God's love language is obedience.
I love that.
So you guys have probably taken that 5 love language tests. It's like gifts, words of affirmation,
acts of service,
touch.
Yes.
I cannot remember the last one.
Did you say
I said gifts.
Oh, okay.
Service.
Service.
Wait.
Wait. Yeah,
I don't know.
That. Anyways.
But I read that God's gift, God's
love language
is obedience.
Yes.
So I'm like, that's so cool. Like, as long as we're living here on this earth, how can I best serve and like show God my love? It's to obey his word, to obey his commandments. And so you're talking about praying and keeping our options open. The best way to just obey him before you even like, I guess, mentally obey, before you like act it out, is just to say, God, whatever you tell me, whatever your answer is going to be, I'm going to follow through.
Yeah.
Like that would be
that's
a
good.
good thing to add to your prayer.
Yeah.
So I guess like Lauren, how do you pray? Like how do you pray boldly?
Yeah. So I feel like for me, I don't always pray like super bold prayers. I feel like there's times when I do, but sometimes when I know I'm not praying super bold prayers, it's because of this underlying doubt or fear or shame. And I'm sure some of you guys can even relate to that. Like there's some underlying thing of why we don't go to the Lord boldly. And I think it's good to know that we can approach God boldly because when Jesus died on the cross, like the veil was torn in two, we can approach the throne of God with boldness, like it says in Hebrews. So yeah, I think that's something that we all can probably work on, is just like pray bold prayers. Like don't look at God as like an earthly father. He is a heavenly father. Like, he's good and he will give you like exactly what you need.
You're right. And I was thinking, okay, I feel like I do a good job of praying boldly and with boldness, but the catch for me is I feel like when I think about God's will, like at the end of a prayer, after the end of like a conversation or time with God, I think, oh, but wait, God, what was your will? Like, what is it? Like, I'll pray boldly and I'll pray what I want and what I think God would want for me, because I feel like it's rooted in good intentions and everything. Right. But then at the end, it's like, oh, well, wait, like that was the option you wanted, right? Like that was what you said.
It's not always what we want.
So I have to do a better job of right off the bat saying, God, show me your will. Like, let it be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then pray boldly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's all that we had for today. And we just hope that you guys are super encouraged, and that just know that we all just need to be like 100% in.
Yeah.
Like,
don't have undivided loyalty.
Yes. Like, just be all in for God. Like, know that He is a good Father and that He loves you. And
like, if you want to like sail with Him and like be in the water free, like don't have one foot on the shore and in the sea.
Yes.
Word.
Yep. Just be all in for the Lord.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys have a good 4th of July, and we will see you next week.
See you in the next chat.